welcome back to the channel. I'm absolutely buzzing to be bringing you the review of the match between Manchester United and Southampton in the Premier League. So let's get into it. Obviously, as usual, I'm going to begin with the match analysis. And I mean, for the Man United boys, I'm just going to get these Cantona colours up, get the Cantona colours up. It was wicked, geezer. We didn't score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah. We scored 9, bro. We scored 9 goals against these men. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get these collars all, get them Cantona collars up. I mean, 9, we had so many different scorers. I mean, we're getting into Wan-Bissaka getting a goal, Rashford, Cavani, Martial getting 2. We got Dan James scoring. We got Fernandes scoring. McTominay. I mean, it was destruction, man. Even an own goal came. But yeah, I'm buzzing after that result. So let's just start. Going into what happened within the first 2 minutes. The young kid, you feel sorry for him making a rash challenge. But at the end of the day, this is Premier League football, Things like this are going to happen. You're going to make these rash challenges and you're gonna get sent off if you do things like that. He went studs in. He caught McTominay on his left thigh. He got marks there. You saw the red marks down his leg. That was it. From that moment on, Southampton looked lost. Danny Ings had to come into that left mid spot. He had to track back on Wan-Bissaka and Greenwood on that right hand side. And I mean, come on. He was awful at it. He was rubbish. You can't do that thing. He's a striker, You can't just chuck someone out on the left mid and expect them to fill in a role. And I mean, I get it's the sort of thing that, he's got to fill in and this, that, but nah, you can't do it. The best thing in that place is get him off, put someone else on that can do it. I know you got to sacrifice someone, but you got to sacrifice someone for the team, You got to win as a team. You ain't going to win doing, these random things, putting a striker at left mid and all this rubbish. They don't work. Rubbish. So then we start, the game's going all right, 18 minutes, All of a sudden, Wan-Bissaka is making this bursting run from the right back position, gets into the box and finishes, the goal from a wicked a wicked outswinging ball by Shaw. And I'm just like, where has this version of Wan-Bissaka been? Like, where's he been? Like, it feels like we've been shortchanged. Last 2 games, yeah? Arsenal, and now this game he's been attacking, and all of a sudden he's ripping it. I mean, where has this guy been? Yeah, he's never scored any goals in his career, and he's already got 2 this season. And I mean, I know it only sounds like it's 2, it's not many, but from basically this guy being nothing to being like an attacking genius, where's this been? Then we get into the, Rashford scoring, the way he checked his run. What a perfect ball from Shaw, Checked his run, got the defender, bang in the middle of the goal. Goalkeeper gets hand to it, too much power, can't save it, wicked. Then Rashford comes out on that right-hand side, crosses the ball in. Bednarek, own goal. Had to go for it, to be fair, because they had 2 men at the back post. I think Fred and Greenwood were at that back post, so if he left it, one of them would have tapped it in. So, yeah. Cavani's header, what a beauty, man. I mean, literally perfect pinpoint ball in, pinpoint ball, and then just nods it in like it's nothing. Bang, just a nod. Then we're going into, the half is over, 4-0. For me, that chance which we had near the end of the half where it was given a free kick, for me, his foot's on the line. It don't matter where the contact is made. If his foot is on the line, it's a pen. That's it. Whatever these BS rules are, all this rubbish that's come into this, system. It seems that the referees don't even know half the rules, let alone the players. Okay, the players might not understand them because they're just used to playing the game, But at the end of the day, come on, man. These stupid ass rules, like his foot's on the line, but his contact was not there. Nah. It's a pen. Bro, you're giving that a pen. You're not messing around, you're just giving that a pen. So the refs, with this VAR rubbish, really need to sort it out. It needs to be sorted. Then we get into the second half, and Ollie's, thought, I'll give Shaw a rest, give Cavani a rest. Got an important game coming up against Everton. on the weekend. So he's taken him off at half time. He's put Van der Beek on. He's put Martial on. Fred's gone into the left back spot. Van der Beek's now slot into the midfield. Martial comes on. And I'm again wondering, where the heck has this Martial been all season? Because he comes on and he scores a brace, you know. He scores one around the 70th minute in. You know, his positioning was perfect on that one. Can't say more than that. He got into the right position. He scored the goal. Simple. Then McTominay, you know, he comes back. I think the defender clears it. He's outside the other edge of the box. Hits it perfectly and it fizzes into the corner. Van der Beek was in the way, but luckily he didn't get a touch on the ball. Otherwise he would have deflected it wide. You know, he just left it, let it go under his foot. Perfect. Fantastic. Then obviously there was somebody brought down in the box for the penalty. Who was it? Martial. Yeah. Martial was fouled. So Bednarek goes into him. In the game before, they were talking about Wolves Arsenal. David Luiz actually got sent off for exactly the same thing. You know, his knee makes contact with Martial. Martial's last man. Red card given. Now, for me, I don't know the rule on that. Red card was given. Do I think it's a red card? Personally, it's too soft a contact for me to give a red card. I would have given a yellow. But I guess that's the laws of the game. If it's a last man challenge, that's it. It's a red. So he's gone. Then Martial came back. Another lovely finish in the 90th minute. You know, fantastic. Did the business. And now it makes me wonder, where the heck has this man been? Like the real version of this man that we saw last season. Where's he been all season? You know? Where's he been this season? Because I ain't seen it from him. What I saw last season, like it became like he was half the player. And then today he's like double the player. And I know Southampton's confidence was down. But the things he was doing, he pulled everything off. So for me, you know, that guy needs to perform exactly the way he's performed today in all the rest of the games. And then we're going to see, you know, we're going to see that winning mentality that we're going to keep going up and up and up. And then Dan James, yeah, he came on near the end. Basically, ball was put into the box. Easy tapping for him. Gets a goal to his name. Boosts his confidence a little. You know, fantastic. That's what I wanted to see. You know, some of the players that weren't getting much game time, confidence has got boost. Van der Beek, James. So, it's just great, man. You know. 9-0, what more can you say? We whooped them. Like, it wasn't even a contest. Since that man got the red card, okay, yeah, you could say he got a red card, put them down to 10, lost all confidence. No. At the end of the day, Man United still have to perform. We've seen other teams go down to 10 early on and manage to hold on for results. So at the end of the day, Man United had to perform, and they showed today that they got that winning mentality. Now, the only thing I'm going to say about Southampton is 2 of their major players, you know, they've been injured. Vestergaard in their defence, Romeo in the midfield. Them 2 are in the team. I think the game goes a bit differently. They give us a tougher game. You know, they were both in the team last time we played, and as you saw, Southampton, they went up, we had to come back. So, them guys in the team, maybe the game goes differently. But, you know, the boys in red, they showed today that they have that winning mentality. And they showed today that, do you know what? We're really hungry for this title. We really want it. As a group, we really want the title. Now, for me personally, when Ollie said no signings were coming in a few days, I was a bit on the wary side, because I was like, we're getting rid of loads of players, but we really need a centre-back. But fair play to Lindelof, you know, he proved me wrong today. He did the job. He had that one amazing ball to Rashford, you know, that created that goal. And, you know, it was just a class performance all around. For me, the team, everybody in the team did brilliant. You know, it was just... Obviously, as you guys saw, we could have gone... You know, we could have conceded 1 goal, Shea Adams. I think the offside rulings are so dumb. Like, I think his knee was like this far offside. You know, literally like that far. And they gave it offside. And for me, these VAR rulings are just absolute crap. You know, they're rubbish. So, that's all we got to do. We just got to show that we can bring these performances more often. And that's it. That's the only way we're going to win the league, you know. Continue to do what we're doing. Now we're going to go into the player ratings and man of the match. Now, man of the match for this game is going to be very difficult because for me, everyone in the team performed really well from back to front. So goalkeeper De Gea, 8 out of 10 today. He had that free kick that he saved from Ward-Prowse. Had he moved too far to the right, that would have been a goal. Game could have been different if Ward-Prowse scored that. He wasn't. He took a slight step to the right, but he held most of his ground. Managed to go across and punch the ball. He made a couple other important saves. So for me, 8 out of 10 performance from him. Fullbacks, both 8 out of 10. I mean, Wan-Bissaka, what a fantastic game he had today, you know. I mean, for me, defensively, he didn't have as much to do. So that's the only reason I gave him an 8 out of 10, not a 9 out of 10. But the things he did have to do defensively, you know, did them pretty well. And then getting that goal, fantastic. So 8 out of 10. And Shaw, you know, he's been just, again, Mr. Consistent. That cross, those, you know, those couple of crosses that he got, the cross for Wan-Bissaka, then he put a few other dangerous crosses into box, you know, fantastic. Defenders, so yeah, move on to centre-backs. Maguire, Lindelof. I'll give Maguire 7 out of 10 because for me, I would say he had a pretty decent game. You know, he did defensive duty well, but he didn't have much to do again. Lindelof, I'll give him... To be fair, today he exceeded performances, so I will give him an 8 out of 10. You know, he did a couple of really good passes. Defensively, he was solid. He didn't allow their attackers to get in behind when they did have a couple of chances here and there. So, yeah, good job. Then going into the midfield, so obviously we started with Fred, McTominay and Bruno. I'll give them all 7 out of 10. I think, again, they did pretty well, but, you know, nothing too exceptional. On the channel I watched, McTominay got man of the match. But for me, I'm going to give the man of the match to somebody else. You'll find out in a minute who. So yeah, give them a 7 out of 10, all three midfielders. Again, they're all solid. Yep. Bruno and McTominay chipped in with goals. But again, you know, the way Southampton played, the midfield, yeah, did decent, but didn't have that much to do. Attack-wise, Rashford, I'm going to give him a 8 out of 10. Greenwood, I'm going to give 7 out of 10. Cavani, I'm going to give an 8 out of 10 as well. So Rashford, obviously he got himself a goal. Wicked crosses into the box, making good runs, taking on players. Fantastic, 8 out of 10 performance. Greenwood, 7 out of 10. Got into the right positions, but didn't manage to get himself a goal. Didn't get an assist either today. Did okay in the stuff that he did do, so 7 out of 10. And then Cavani, 8 out of 10. Again, fantastic movement. Managed to score a goal. So yeah, pretty good overall. And then obviously we had 3 players come off the bench, which were Martial, Van der Beek and Daniel James. So I'll go with Van der Beek and Daniel James first. Van der Beek, 7 out of 10. Again, you know, he did a decent job when he came on. Nothing too spectacular. But, you know, he was creating chances. And for me, I don't know what it is when I see Man United. It just seems they don't want to involve Van der Beek in the game. Like, it sounds really harsh to say, but it just seems like when he's in a certain position, they pass the ball the other way. When he's there waiting for the ball, they pass it over him. They pass it to the left when he's standing on one side. They pass it to the opposite side. For me, they just don't involve him in the game. And I mean, I feel really sorry for the guy because, you know, he was part of the Ajax team that made it to the semi-final of the Champions League. And if you can do that, you know, you're a pretty top player. So, you know, he needs to get more chances for me. So, although today was a 7 out of 10 performance, you know, he did pretty solid in the half that he was on. You know, eventually I do want to see him getting played over certain players in the team, you know. Like, for me, he could easily do the job that McTominay does. And I think a midfield of Van der Beek, Pogba and Bruno would be something else. You know, it'd be just something different. And I think they're 3 properly top-class midfielders who, working in tandem, could destroy teams. So, yeah, I want to see more from Van der Beek. You know, more game time for him, sorry. Dan James, 7 out of 10, you know, managed to get a goal at the end, but wasn't really doing too much. Came on, you know, a bit later on. He came on, I think, around the 60th minute, so yeah. Did okay. Martial, 9 out of 10 today. You know, okay, he wasn't perfect. A couple of things he tried didn't come off, but 9 out of 10, you know, very solid. Came on in the second half, managed to bag 2 goals, looked like a completely different player, looked like the player we had last season rather than the one we've seen this season. And for me, fantastic Martial today. You know, top class. And that's what we got to see from a guy like Martial. You know, we just got to see him do this. Exactly what he did today. Bring that form into the next game if he plays again and just continue. You know, keep it on a rolling basis. Man of the match. You've seen him right there. Martial. Can't give it to anyone else. Today he was just the best player on that pitch. You know, 4-0 we went up in the first half. Okay, you thought, okay, Man United 4-0 might take the foot off the gas. No. He put the pressure on and he kept piling the pressure on and he made the runs and he went for it and he was making the passes and he was taking the shots and, you know, most of the stuff he was doing was coming off. So for me, nobody else deserves man of the match today apart from this boss right here. So that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this review. As you can tell with the massive smile on my face, I'm still buzzing. Got my Cantona collars up. 9-0, fantastic result. You know, onwards and upwards. Let's hope that we can continue this sort of form and start beating teams in a way that we should. Next game is Everton on the weekend. So I'll be back with a preview for that game. And only 2 things left to say. Goodbye and come on United!